Hey everyone, it's Michelle here and I'm from Being More Human. And if I haven't met you before, Being More Human is a business that works in and around human resources and general business areas to really provide support to people and also to help them and to challenge them and to take them on a journey of transformation. And today has been a really interesting day, and I thought that I would just reflect with you on the day that I've had. So this morning kicked off with our team meeting that we have each Friday morning, which is always lots of fun and quite informative. And then the reason that the live stream Destroying Community and Building Community is because I guess I've had two of those extreme experiences today. So I had a really important, I think is the right word, conversation with a lady today who has had a lot of difficulty within her workplace. And for a specific reason, she has been stood down while an investigation is taking place in her workplace. And it was quite an interesting conversation to have with her because there are so many elements to what she was talking about that made me feel as though, that the organisation has not acted in the wisest way that it could choose to act, and B, the impact that their actions have had and are having on the sense of community that may have been present before this particular thing. And it was really interesting to listen to her story because there's a list of reasons, but really what's happened in there is that probably 4 to 5 different people within the business have made specific decisions that create a disconnection within that business. And as a result of all of those layers of disconnection, it actually ends up destroying the feeling of community. And it's an organisation that you would otherwise expect to have quite a strong feeling of connection and community. And as we were talking about it this morning, it struck me because I think very often organisations don't have a lot of insight as to the trauma that they can be causing people who work for them without them even being aware of it. And I know, personally being in those situations that people are always doing the best with what they have at the time, and they always try to make the best decisions with the information that they have at the time. And yet very often there's a trail of disaster that happens as a result of decisions that actually are taken. And this person was in that particular situation. And as well as it making me feel, I felt very sad on her behalf, I think. And also when I was chatting with her about how many organisations seem to be able to make decisions like this without having a really good understanding or appreciation of the damage that it's actually causing to human beings that work within them. And it's both sad and a little bit mystifying at the same time, because we were talking about, at the end of the day, if humans don't get along well together, don't create a great sense of team, if they don't feel motivated, if they don't feel connected, if they don't feel like they're part of community, there's no possible way that humans in that particular situation are going to go out there and perform at the 90, 95, 100 percentile. It just doesn't happen that way. So if you're one of those managers that thinks that performance matters more than humans, my advice to you is to take a really good look at that opinion, because certainly in our experience, it's just not accurate, and it's certainly not how it seems to work. And then I was just thinking about the flip side of that, where this afternoon we've got an example, and it's not a corporate example, it's about my daughter's school, actually. And in this particular example, it's such a great illustration about how one person can actually make a difference to build and create and connect community. And in this particular situation, she has been fantastic at creating a Facebook group, getting a whole bunch of the parents involved and the kids involved. And it's a really simple idea, but once a month on a Friday, we head down to a park that's near my daughter's school, and the parents bring the wine and the bickies and the cheese and love to hang out and have a bit of a gossip, a bit of a connection, a bit of a, sharing of stories. And the kids, of course, just love hanging out with each other. And it was interesting because this afternoon I'm able to take my little girl, but not my boy. And even though my boy's going to be doing something where he's looking forward to it and it's fun, he still said, "Oh, Mum, I really wish that I could come this afternoon." And I just thought, isn't it fantastic? On the other hand, we've talked about, how community can be destroyed, sometimes without even knowing or realizing it. But it's also so exciting that, on the other hand, with one simple decision that this particular mum made, that she wanted to create more of a sense of community around the school, that it can just be done so easily and effortlessly. And so from your point of view, what I'd love you to be able to think about is, in your actions that you're taking, and I'm going to be focusing on the same thing myself, just simply saying, in the action that I'm taking on a daily basis, am I destroying community or am I building community? And I think that's a fantastic lens, that we can look through to really hold ourselves to account about the kinds of things that we might be creating around us and the impact that we might be creating around us. So for those of you who have just jumped on or don't know who we are, please head over to our website, which is 3wsbeingmorehuman.com.au. And again, there's a whole bunch of ways that we can help you, either as individuals in workplaces, like the example of this lady this morning, or teams, if you have some challenges with a team that you would like to function more effectively, or even at an organisational level around system and culture. So please don't hesitate to get in contact, and we hope you have a fantastic Friday afternoon and that you choose to do something that builds connection and community. Enjoy. See you all.